Make sure you tap that bell so you never miss a video. So after an incredibly rocky start to the Modern Warfare launch, with many people talking about server issues and unable to connect to matches, I started my stream about a few hours before the game came out, and once the game actually launched, I was able to jump in with no issues, and a lot of people were coming through to my stream asking how I got in, what magic sauce did I have to get in, and I think I was just one of the lucky ones. But I understand that there was a lot of people who were mad, angry, disappointed at how it launched. Even some of my boys who wanted to play with me at launch, day one, minute one, were unable to play for the first hour and a half. But after that, about the 2-hour mark since the launch, Activision started to get their stuff together and basically fixed whatever server issues we were having. A lot of people were able to jump in. I was playing with my boys. I did a 20-hour marathon for Modern Warfare, and we did nothing but multiplayer. I haven't played the campaign as of recording this video. I heard that there were issues with some of the cutscenes. Some people are having that issue, some people aren't, and apparently a patch is being deployed to fix some of the cutscene issues. Apparently it has something to do with like rendering of the cutscenes and just lagging. So I wanted to jump into the campaign with a real good experience, and I said I'm gonna wait a day, wait for the patch to come out, and then I will start recording my playthrough for YouTube. So this video is just going to be focused on the multiplayer of Modern Warfare, and I have to say, a lot of people were asking me if I'm enjoying it. It's been a long day of playing and streaming. We did an all-nighter, then I came back, I had a 3-hour nap, came back and streamed again for another, I think we went 3 or 4 hours. It's been a long day, and I have to say, it's been one of the best days of gaming that I have had in quite a long time. After all of the launch issues with the servers were fixed and I was able to get in with my boys, we had so much fun running through. We were playing cyberattack. I was doing gunfights at the beginning, search and destroy. We did a little bit of team deathmatch. We dabbled in ground war, and I'm going to get into ground war in a little bit here. You guys know my opinions on that map, Karst River Quarry. We're going to get into one of the biggest things that I think is wrong with Modern Warfare's multiplayer, and that's in a little bit. I have to say, right off the bat, this is one of my favorite shooters in God knows how long. And the reason why I can comfortably say that this is the best shooter that I've played all year is because in this game it has a lot of different things in terms of challenges, missions, and objectives that you can do to unlock, you know, different sprays and cosmetics and weapon charms and emotes and calling cards and all of this customizable stuff that might not mean a lot to a lot of people, but for me, I like collecting stuff. I like grinding towards stuff. And this is the first shooter in many, many years that has made me want to go and try different classes and try different weapons. Usually for me, my play style is when I find a gun, and that gun is usually the M4 in every game that I play, that is my gun. I'm going to customize it as much as I can, and then that is what I run, and I run the same weapon over and over and over. When I'm playing Sandstorm, it's M4A1 and it's the AKM on the Insurgent side, and that is it. Those are my weapons and that's my loadout. This game, however, I find myself sniping, which is something that I never ever do in games, but I'm doing it to complete the challenges because there's objectives and there's multi-step objectives where you have to get 35 kills with every single type of weapon, so assault rifle, SMG, sniper, shotgun, LMG, and just going through and trying out the different classes, trying out all of these different weapons is something that I don't do, but I find myself just immensely enjoying it. Jumping into a P90, no attachments, and just wrecking people. It's been a really enjoyable time. I might sound a little tired, I might sound a little less than energetic, but it's because I did a long stream and I'm probably going to go to sleep and pass right out after this video. Modern Warfare is incredible. A lot of people I see are complaining about the maps, and of course I'm seeing people come into my chat and they're linking stuff from Reddit and stuff like that. I find that the maps in terms of playing Cyberattack and Search and Destroy are awesome. Azir Cave is still my favorite, and that was a beta map, and that map is incredible. And we've seen a couple other ones. Piccadilly is really tough for me because the map is good, but it is a very old school layout in terms of watching the lanes being created with the buses and how they're set up and the spacing of that map. It's very old school, but I like it. It's just very difficult to cohesively call out areas while you're doing call outs, and okay, there's a guy over by the buses. Well, I mean, shit, half the map is buses and double deckers, you know, so it's a little bit tough to figure out the call outs for that map, but I like it. There's another one called like Ramaraz or something like that, and it reminds me of Sandstorm a lot. It's a desert scene. There's a lot of nooks and crannies to hide in, a lot of verticality to play with, and I like that map as well. I know I butchered the name, but it is what it is. All the maps that I played in those modes are dope. A lot of people are coming in and asking me about the spawns and, hey, what are the spawns like? And I know that when you play TDM in games like these, the spawns are trash, and they always have been. And we played a little bit of TDM, and it wasn't as hectic. Well, the maps that we did play, it wasn't as hectic where people are like spawning behind you and stuff, but you can tell that they still haven't mastered that. They still haven't figured out the best way to do TDM on these maps in terms of the spawns. But for me, I play team-based objective games. I play Realism, I play Cyberattack, and I play Search and Destroy. And the teams spawn, and it's one life, and that's it. So the spawns have never been an issue for me because those are the game modes that I enjoy. And out of those two game modes, I know that Search and Destroy is the more competitive of the two, and that's where all the comp players are playing. And I understand why it's a one life game mode. I really like the idea of Cyberattack. I think Cyberattack takes a lot of ideas from games I used to play in terms of SOCOM 2 and SOCOM, where you have a neutral bomb in the middle, and then you can take it and go plant at the enemy team's base. I like that idea. But it also brings in not a one life game mode, but the idea that you're able to respawn allies. So if I go down, somebody can come up and revive me right on the spot. It takes about 5 or 6 seconds for the bar to fill up, and then I'm back in the game. The problem that I have with Cyberattack, and I love the mode, but when it comes down to like a 1v2 situation, and you're like, okay, they have the bomb, I'm going to pull back to my objective to defend it so they can't plant the bomb, that then creates a problem of, well, then they can just go and revive everybody. People just get picked up all goddamn match. And the problem with that is it becomes more about the reviving than it does about the objective. And even though I like the revive feature, I think they need to take a page out of Onward's book. If you guys watch my VR gameplay, Onward is a tactical shooter, and in order to revive a teammate, they basically have to not be shot in the head, and you have to have a syringe that you can inject into the body, and you have one syringe. And I think that's how this game mode needs to be refined, to where you can pick up one person. So if you were the only person left on your team, regardless, you have one revive as a player. So a team collectively would have 5 or 6 revives if it's a 5v5, 6v6. I think that would make that game mode a lot better, because it takes the search and destroy mentality of one life, and it gives you a chance to potentially reposition yourself if your team is down. And you could potentially chain those together to where you're going to end up having a 1v5 situation where everybody is just chaining the revives together, but that's very unlikely, and it stops it happening every single game, which is kind of where I'm going with it. I think if one player could revive one player, that's it. And then once you use your syringe, that's it. If a player gets shot in the face, if you die from a headshot, you should not be able to be revived, no matter what. I think that would make that game mode so much better. It's already a good mode, but there are problems that I'm seeing with it playing the way that I have been playing. Search and Destroy is incredible. Search and Destroy is Search and Destroy. And for the most part, the maps that I've been playing on have been incredibly enjoyable. I'm having a blast playing those game modes with my boys. I wish that Realism would not be TDM only. I really think that that's a problem. I want to play Realism Cyberattack, and I haven't been able to do so all throughout this. Realism, people have been asking me why I'm not going in, and it's because I just want to play Realism Cyberattack, Realism Night, Realism, you know what I mean? I want to just play objective-based game modes, and the way you could solve it if you want to have the no HUD is take a page out of Rising Storm's book, where if you hit the T button or whatever you designate it to, it brings up the HUD elements that you need to know in terms of your objective, the bomb, if you're attacking, it shows the 2 attack points, the bomb location, and that's it. And then it fades away after a couple of seconds. So you keep your immersion, but if you opt into trying to see just a little bit more information about where you are on the map, if you're trying to learn, you can do so. And I think that would be an incredible change for Realism. I think that would allow you to access those objective-based game modes where you need to have map awareness and you need to have objective awareness, and it would do so in a good way. Now, I saw a video coming from GameSpot before the game actually came out, and that was the new Ground War map. It was the urban city environment, which looks like they pulled it straight out of Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Siege of Shanghai, and it looked incredible. And I've wanted to play it since the game launched, and I can't seem to do it. I jump into Ground War, and it's always karst fucking river quarry all day. And if you guys watched my Ground War video, I absolutely hate that map. I think it is poorly designed. I think it is way too small for Ground War, and I want to try the urban city street environment because I feel like playing with the verticality, getting up on roofs, having all of the cover, and being able to traverse alleyways and street corners, I think that's where Ground War is going to shine. But I can't play it, and this is the biggest problem that I have with Modern Warfare's multiplayer, is the fact that I can't filter by map. I can filter by game mode if I'm going into quick play. I can choose if I want to just play team deathmatch or domination or a combination of TDM, cyberattack, and search and destroy. You have all of that, and I like that, and I respect that, but I want to be able to opt out of playing certain maps. And I mean, it's 2019. We should be able to do that kind of stuff. I don't want to play River Quarry ever again. Every time I jump in that map, I want to pull my hair out. I hate it. It is so poorly designed. And I want to just be able to queue in and play the new content without having to consistently re-queue into Karst River Quarry. That is my biggest complaint, is the fact that I just want to play your new content and you're not giving me the option to. Now, they pulled all of the night maps out of rotation because a bunch of people, I guess, were complaining that they're switching from day to night maps in, queuing up and going into quick play and stuff. So they're putting the night maps into its own playlist. I respect it. I think that's a good idea. They put Ground War in. They finally brought Free-for-All in today. I like what they're doing. I just wish that we had more options to filter content. That's it. Because I want to play your new content. I want to play this new map, which I don't remember the name of because I watched a video on GameSpot and I've never seen it queue up every time I've queued for Ground War. I think the multiplayer is incredible. I really do think that if they stick to their word with the Battle Pass system, this game has the potential to live past the 1-year rotation for Call of Duty. Now, it depends on what they're planning to do. I really hope we see something like what they did with Rainbow Six, where they have year 1, year 2. We're pushing multiple years of content with battle passes and seasons. I want to see support for this game last past October 2020. Because this game is incredible. Everybody who comes in and talks to me says that they're having a fucking blast with it. Obviously, you have some people who just didn't like it, and, I would say I couldn't even count them on one hand at this point. Everybody that I've talked to in my chat is loving the game. A lot of people have played through the campaign already and have told me that my predictions based on E3 are bang on, that the campaign is incredible. I haven't jumped in yet because I wanted to really grind out the multiplayer. I'm level 42 now after the first day, so we're crushing it over there. I'm going to get into the campaign. We're going to do a full walkthrough on YouTube, and you guys are going to see my reactions to all the stuff. You're going to see me play it. We're going to play it on one of the harder difficulties, maybe not veteran, but one of the harder ones, just to kind of get some tactical gameplay. I hear it's really good, which is good. That's what I want to hear. This is probably the best Call of Duty that I've played since Modern Warfare 2. And some people obviously have Black Ops 2 in their heart, and that's fine. I'm a modern guy. I'm a modern shooter person. I like games like this. And running around some of these maps, climbing ladders, and just the slower pace of it. Even though there's areas where you can sprint around the map and it's quick and it's still a slower pace, but more based in reality type shooter. And running around some of these maps, it gives me that feeling of nostalgia of playing Modern Warfare 2, climbing the ladders to get to certain positions. The map design, I love. And I find it funny that after not even 24 hours, actually, you know what? Not even after 6 hours of playing, I saw people on Reddit saying that the maps were absolute garbage. Some of the maps take a while to actually learn every route because it's not just that 3-lane shit that we've been dealing with for the last however many years. There's different. I look at it, if you take League of Legends with the 3-lane MOBA system, and then you have that jungle where you can swap lanes, get in between them, I find that these maps have a lot more middle ground to where you can move from one side of the map to the other by taking different apartment buildings and different lanes throughout, so it's not just so clean cut, dry, you know they're coming around the corner, they jump around the corner, and you're ready for them. There's a lot of verticality, there's a lot of random shit that can go on, and that gets frustrating at times, but that's good. Because then you're like, oh shit, I didn't even know you can get up there. Oh, I didn't know you could get around there. Oh, he's sitting over here. Oh, that's a good spot. And you start to learn from other people's experiences and other people doing that shit against you, which I love. And I mean, in terms of graphics, I don't think you guys really have to, you don't need to hear it from me. You guys can see it. The game is gorgeous. It sounds great. Sound design is on point. The punchiness of the weapons, the pacing of the game, for the most part, feels really, really good. And overall, I'm just having a fucking blast, and that's really all that matters to me. So, I gotta go to sleep because Jesus fucking Christ. It's been an incredibly long day, but it's been super dope. Thank you guys for watching. I want to know what you guys think. I know all of you are playing it. Even the people who are like, I'm not buying it. I want to see what you guys think. There were people asking me about loot boxes and what's the microtransaction situation. There is none. There's like this endowed patch, which I guess Call of Duty and Activision send like a portion of the money to like a veterans fund in the United States, which is pretty cool, but it's just a patch. I think that's the only thing in the store right now. And I don't even know if it was like for the launch of Modern Warfare. I think it was just like in the store. I don't know. But you can go buy that. That's it. There's no loot boxes. There's no battle pass even yet. We don't know what's in the battle pass. We don't know there's nothing. So for people who are coming in saying like, yo, tell me what you can buy right now with real money, there's fuck all outside of a patch that supports veterans. So, that's there too. To be honest with you guys, it's great. The launch for me was super dope. I didn't get caught in the queues. I didn't get caught connecting. I was in the servers minute 1 and I never stopped playing. And I had a fucking blast. We got some gunfight videos coming up soon, sponsored by NVIDIA. If you guys saw the crate they sent me, watch the first episode of the walkthrough when that comes out for the campaign. You guys are going to see what was inside that crate. I'm super pumped for that. NVIDIA came in and hooked your boy up real good. Everyone's saying Activision cocksucker, cocks. It wasn't even them. It was NVIDIA who watched my videos. The influencer manager was like, dude, I love your videos. Let's work together. Boom. So y'all can suck on my cock, okay? Because the game's good. I think the game is incredible, actually. And other than that, I'm just going to keep uploading videos and gameplays talking about it, showing you guys my kits, my loadouts, what maps I like. I want to play that urban environment. I need to be able to filter maps. Infinity Ward, get on it, okay? Because I think everybody's asking for that as well. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything. If you guys are subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that bell, tap all, and make sure you do it on mobile so you guys get notified as soon as a video goes live. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for everything. My name is Bigfry, and I'll see you on the next one.